Depressed. And the giveaway is started. What are you laughing at?
I'm not even live yet.
I'm live.
All right, giveaways open on both sides early. Freak everybody out. Okie dokie, let's do this thing. Quiet on the set.
All right. Quiet on the set. You're listening to WRFB, Radio Free Britannia. And this is Lunch, coming to you live from Deltona, Florida. Here are the dynamic duo themselves, Laz and Jack.
And greetings, everybody. This is Laz.
And this is Jack. Welcome to another edition of Lunch with Laz and Jack, where we interpret the news so you don't have to do anything other than question your own personal life choices and ours. And hi there, Stymie. It's a Tuesday or something like that, and I have to go back to work tomorrow.
Taco Tuesday. Hey, tacos. Although I'm eating fajitas tonight, so no taco for me. Fajitas.
Well, if you put fajitas inside of a tortilla, that's or a taco shell, that is now a taco, man.
Well, fajitas go inside tortillas to begin with. That's how you eat them,
so you are eating tacos.
It's
yeah, it is Taco Tuesday for Laz. He's got fajita meat inside of his taco.
There you go.
Yeah.
I'd rather be eating another taco, but that's
the pink variety.
Ooh,
yeah.
That wasn't good.
What wasn't?
503 service unavailable.
Well, if you paid attention to the Tweeterverse, you would know some of these things. And
it was working 30 seconds ago. I just did a refresh, and there it is. It's back now. Yeah.
So speaking of the Tweeterverse, let's go talk about Ugandis. Yes, it's true. But let's go to the Tweeterverse, and we're going all the way back to the 13th, where Chris tweeted out that he was spending the day working on movement bugs sinking into the ground, sitting bugs floating over chairs, and that frustrating bouncing issue.
Blingy, blingy.
3.5 years later, thank you for finally addressing these things. It's been a long time coming. We'll get to that one in just a second, Econdis.
That's right, we will.
Because
and yes, giveaways are open on both sides already.
Okay.
Amazingly enough.
Yes. 4 hours ago, Chris tweeted out, fix the other player's NPC sinking into the ground bug. Also fix the old bug where players bounce up and down on other players' screens. Moving on to work on the sliding feet on the overworld bug now. So yes, the glide issue is being worked on. 1 hour ago. Okay, I believe I fixed the sliding over the overworld. Doing a QA build to now make sure there are no side effects to these fixes, and then I'll push them all to live for a patch if they look good. 1 hour ago.
Silver Mink, thank you for the follow.
We are aware that the website is a bit sluggish right now and investigating. And then after that, 33 minutes ago. Okay, it looks like AWS isn't to blame this time. Looks like we've got a few malicious attacks going on. Tassilo is on it and should have it cleared up fairly soon. I don't know when Tassilo started going by Luigi. Do you know? Do you?
Been forever and a day, hasn't it?
No.
Because of his mustache?
He is mustachioed, but
although I wouldn't call that a Luigi mustache by no means.
No.
I would call that more of a French look, but that's just that's just me. Anyway.
Yes, but Tassilo was working on that.
I didn't realize that sliding on the overworld was as big an issue as sliding in towns when you teleport in and you start running and hit a speed bump and all of a sudden you glide halfway through the town. I thought that was the bigger problem. I didn't know there was a problem on the overworld.
You know what? The fact that it's fine, these movement issues are finally being addressed 3.5 years later is the important thing. Maybe maybe one day we'll also turn on collision for mobs and fix the network code.
That'd be nice.
But yes, now
maybe one day we'll get full loot PvP too.
That too. The other thing, I don't know. Did you pay attention to the patch notes? Because there was a patch on the 12th.
I did. It was queued up for yesterday, but of course everybody wanted to do something different yesterday, so we did something different.
We played marbles.
The topic of today's tweet is patch notes.
Patch notes?
We're creeping closer to the record.
Well, I mean, ways off still. But yes, build number 1443 did come out on the 12th with the Ancient Xenosian Shield now correctly applies heraldry. If you already crafted this heraldry, the heraldry will be broken. You will need to do a pattern remover or contact a dev or support for replacement.
Contact support.
Yes. The decoration, the tower, archway, teleporter can now have other decorations placed on it, such as wall-hung banners and wall lighting.
Interesting.
There was a bug fix.
Bug.
Splintering Strike no longer inappropriately indicates an increase to weapon damage occurs upon casting. The ice fighters out in the Highvale outskirts can now properly apply an ice field damage and slow effect to their victims. And the icon indicator showing they have an active ice field cast is now visible. The Frost Giant should no longer magically regain half his life in rare situation and also heals at a slower rate.
Nice. Although I thought the problem was he wasn't magically regaining half his life. I thought it was he was magically regaining all of his
Oh,
life.
hey, I don't
But
know. I know
yeah,
the one time I went out to
fake news.
Jotungrund,
Fake news.
I didn't. It took me forever and a day to find any mobs. So, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
You were bored running out in those plains,
Uh huh.
getting snowblind, trying to figure out which way to go. I know.
Yeah, there's nothing out there. Um, but yeah, Jotungrund really emphasizes using amount. Yes. And whatever speed boost you can. Yes, that is true. And hi, Mom. How are you doing today?
Hi, Mom.
I'm here. How are you guys?
Doing well. Saw you sneak in like right after we started the show. So, yes. And don't forget, you too can join us in Discord. Bang Discord in the channel to get a link to our Discord channel. Ooh.
That's right.
And the tornado things in Jotungrund also don't do any damage to you.
Really, the vortexes don't do nothing to you?
Nothing. I ran into several of them.
Not nutty.
Yeah, I was disappointed. It's like I wanted to be like shot up into the air and like have all kinds of damage
That would be
done.
funny.
Yeah. It's like as
That
you
would
get
be
closer,
funny.
they pull you in and then shoot you up. Yes. No, daddy, bad touch. I've heard that before. But yes, we do have that. So we did finally get a patch, and you know what? If Chris's quick test on the QA server is successful, then we will have another patch very, very soon. And it appears the murder kitty is now in the room, so hopefully he does not decide to just walk over
Murder
to...
kitty.
Oh, yep. And he walked over to Lily. Just casually
That's the only
walked
reason
over.
why he's in the room. You know that.
Yeah, just casually walks over to where Lily's napping. And now Lily's
Slaps her
climbing
right
on other
upside the
things.
head.
Yeah. Lily's now on top of my printer trying to hide. It's like, that is not a
Murder
good
spoof.
spot. Yeah.
So yeah, I saw the picture on Facebook of the hat that you're wearing in the middle of the stairway. Is that the hat she was bringing you?
No. I own 3 baseball caps, or 4 or 5. I don't know.
That are all tan.
Well, 2 of them are tan. One is orange, and I think I have a white one. No, make that 5 hats.
The NBNN one.
Make that 5 hats. But the NBNN one is on the floor right now because it got knocked down. And then I have a bunch of caps as well. So yeah, both kitties ran away because they're playing chase right now. Because Tyrion's being a dick. But yeah, Lily has graduated to dragging baseball hats around the house. And
That's a lot better
upstairs.
than wasting all your masks.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, that's because the mask box got closed.
Uh-huh.
But yes, so yesterday we didn't cover much Shroud news. Today we are going, unless you tip all the bits and say, let's play some marbles, we are going to cover some Shroud news. But before we do that, let's go back to that Adventure Club post from Treasure Pile and that event coming up next week. You still have that tab open?
Which one?
Adventure Club and Treasure Pile's party.
I do.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and talk about that real quick again. This was announced yesterday, and thanks to Fradia
Yes.
for getting that out in the Avatars Express as well and posted on the Shroud Facebook.
Yes, so Treasure Pile and the Adventure Club invite you to join them in celebrating the autumn equinox. The celebration will be held at the Autumn Rising Brewery located in the town of Crossroads Music will be supplied by DJ Justin on WRFB radio. And that's going to be September 25th between 8 and 12 Central Time. So, yes.
And that's not this Saturday. It is next Saturday.
That is correct.
Just so you all know.
But yes, so there will be a dance party and with pretty lights. And
Tina says he needs to get himself an NBNN hat, which is reason for me to bring up this one and tell you that you can type in nbnn.info/swag and get yourself one of these nice new embroidered NBNN news logos. If you really want the older ones, you can go to the website and click on the store link. There's a link to both of these here, but this is the one that I suggest you get because the others are no longer embroidered. This is really nice for embroidered. Comes in a variety of colors, which the other one doesn't do either. The other one just comes in one plain old color, so you can choose your colors on this one and figure out whether you want just a black and white, a white and black, a white and red, or just a total white one.
Although it does look like the logo is extra small on that hat.
And it's embroidered. Again, I don't have much. I don't have much control over the size of that, but looks a lot better than the old logo. That's for sure. So.
Yeah.
And let's just go ahead and bring up the NBNN store real quick. I got to go jump over here, and I think the other ones are pretty much about the same price to begin with. Yeah, the other ones were $24.99. You can get the old original one or the Runic NBNN. I love this shit. I believe are still available. But easier to get these versions just by going out there, and they're 99 cents cheaper.
Hey, that's the hat I need.
How about $4.99 and I keep the girl?
Yeah. The logo I did. Yes. Okay. Let's see. Let's go ahead and so we do have several topics to talk about today. I did some crafting. I replenished my scrolls. So I have lots of scrolls to give away.
Plenty of scrolls to give away now.
Yeah, and I even did stocked one vendor. Haven't done that forever and a day.
A vendor right here on the lot. You finally put some scrolls back on
I finally put some scrolls back on them. And now I need to go out to a bunch of... I did try to go to Mom's vendor in Wolvesden and buy some garlic, and she was out.
Hey, you got to place your orders ahead of time.
Shh. Hey, yeah, I tried, Mom. I tried.
You just gotta tell me, because I don't put that shit up there. People are charging too little for it. It ain't worth it to sell to somebody that, you know.
Yeah, I know. Well, normally you used to have some just out there.
I did, but I pulled most of it. So
Yeah.
I've got some stock. You just gotta message me.
Yeah, that's too hard.
I told you.
Okay.
You message Mom and you can go pick it up direct. It's really nice when you do that.
Yep.
Or you got to do what I do and just buy so much of it in bulk and keep her working for about a week so you don't have to bother her for about a year or so.
Yep. So
I've got so much in stock, it's ridiculous.
Well, that's because you're a hoarder.
That's right. You know what? But thankfully, I'm a hoarder. I've got thousands and thousands of nuts, so I didn't have to pay the inflated prices on them. So yeah.
Yep.
Eventually, that'll come to an end. But I'm going to be able to make more.
Yep.
Can't wait to grow black pearl on water lots. Yeah, well, we've been waiting for that one for a long time.
I even told Star how he could reuse existing art assets and do it. and
Oh,
create.
easily enough.
It's
Absolutely.
like existing art assets. You just flood the planter with water and not dirt, and then you put the clamshell things in there. And then, hey, imagine that. Sprinkle some sand on there to help the black pearl grow.
Got those new planters that don't require that. You know,
Yeah.
they can just
Yeah, well, so the funny thing is, like, instead of watering black pearl, you sand them.
There you go.
See, I mean, it's like, how hard is this? But let's go talk about lot listing and lists of vendors on a lot.
Yeah, because I like this idea quite a bit, and
Yeah.
not only do I like it, I think it's something that is absolutely necessary. Because Warius here comes up with some really good topics. I got to give him credit for that.
Sometimes, yeah. But the lot listing, list of vendors on a lot.
My Twitch died.
Your Twitch died? Oh no.
Refresh.
You could always come to mine.
Refresh.
The lot listing is quite useful when looking for a specific lot, knowing the name of the player. But it gets quite frustrating when one's looking for a specific shop scene before, but only remembers the name of the vendor. Furthermore, some players named their vendors regarding what they're selling. This is what I think would be very convenient, to have a drop-down list of every lot in the lot listing window showing the name of the vendors in the lots.
Absolutely. Surprisingly enough, I'm not even getting any error messages that my stream is giving me problems. Everything looks good on the stream side. There it goes. It's coming back.
It happens. I mean, maybe a Twitch issue.
Yeah, something. Interwebs.
The other thing that people could do is also name their lots appropriately.
But again, that's that's Tahuru saying that. But let's go ahead and get into that.
Good idea. But I think most players are not taking advantage of the lot rename feature. If a player pulls up their lot deeds UE from the menu, they can rename them. And renaming them also adds that name to the lot listing UE the town crier provides. Also available from the top menu, which is just like attaching a business name to a lot and allows other players to use the map and compass to find it. I think the biggest issue is that players don't know this is there. One needs not...
True.
Does not need to move, put deed in inventory, or use proper property manager for this. It is super simple. Just rename it in the list and done. Absolutely.
Counterpoint.
Yeah, sure, but one can have multiple vendors on a lot, not selling the same type of items. Although this feature would allow players to see if they're vendors or not on a specific lot.
Very, very true. Very true. Yeah. Multiple lots, multiple vendors. Sultan, I've got 4 vendors on a lot. On this lot, you got 2 vendors, but only one of them's ever put to use.
Hey, man. The other one has some NBNN donations that no one never buys. Want to donate some in-game gold to NBNN? Yeah.
Long live the stream. I don't know what's going on. Stream software is working. Just must be a Twitch thing.
Oh, I see that your stream is now marked as offline. It's got to be a Twitch issue.
Because I'm not seeing anything on Streamlabs issuing any complaints or anything else.
No dings like for drop packets or anything like that.
Not a single one. Yeah, got to be a Twitch issue. Must be attacks going on all over the place, because as Chris pointed out, And I know there's a couple other sites that I've hit today that are down, so there must be all sorts of chaos going out in
Well,
the interwebs today.
that's probably going to be a not a specifically a Twitch thing. It's probably going to be a Cloudflare
Yeah, I mean,
issue.
I'm using Cloudflare. You know, Chris should be using Cloudflare.
Yeah. They did some maintenance on the 11th. Most everything
Guys hasn't been throwing IT any bits. I am IT. He is IT.
Who? What? Where?
Stymie down in your chat.
Oh, yeah. Well, he didn't pay me. Oh,
Chris said
IndyCon.
vendor search is in the works.
Oh, yeah. Maybe.
Because if you didn't know, there was a live stream on Sunday or Saturday.
Saturday.
Anyway, moving right along. It'd be nice to see that. And talking about stuff like that, let's go on over to which one was it?
The
Enchant Masterworks? Yes, Enchant Masterworks.
They're not visible. Hi. This is from Dak Stalker. I would like to report a very important bug that I've always encountered, in my opinion. I think it is absurd not to be able to see all the enchants and masterwork applied to weapons and armor. Currently, the value of items crafted with the enchant and masterwork also depends on the visibility of all enchants and masterworks that the crafter is capable of applying. 5 of 5 is very different from 3 of 3. P.S. I also even tried to change the screen resolution to fix the problem without success. Don't you think it's fair to solve at the game interface level anyway?
Absolutely.
And is there any way to know if the request has been considered by the devs? And then Devil Coat comes back, and I started it yesterday and going to finish this today. Might be able to make it in a second patch.
Now,
This is on August 26th.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm touched. Might only take it next release after I'll fix some problems, but it's there and almost working. Just won't have time to push it in a patch. But count on it next release from August 30th. Gonna be great.
Gonna be great.
Followed by Sunday with some news. Devil Cult with isn't it in? If not, probably next release.
That's what you said last release.
Hey, man.
But nice to see Devil Cult on top of the stuff that he's working on. Absolutely.
Yeah, and thank you for working on these things because it does enhance everything. But yeah.
Yeah, now, 3 of 3 out of 5 out of 5. If you can only see 3 out of 5 that are put on there, then yeah, I think that would make a difference whether I would buy it or not. And I'm sure that would be the same case with everybody else. So, hopefully, maybe it gets pushed in a patch someplace where, I don't know. I guess we'll have to wait till next release to find out whether we get another some news question after the end of this release and figure out whether that's working or not.
It's going to be something. It's going to be something.
It's going to be great. Gonna be great. So what else we got for news? Where do we want to go next?
We want to go talk about skill specializations.
Skill specialization. Things that make you go,
Shroud math. Skill specialization.
Once again, Warriors.
Innate skill getting bonus from it. Well, for a long time, I thought the skill specialization gave a little bonus percentage regarding the level of the specialization to the innate skills, but they don't, and I think it's a shame. Could it be possible to add this feature in a future release? I know it would take a lot of balancing. Violet's like, I like the idea, but I do think balance could hurt a lot from this. And he said it would take a lot of balancing right above you.
A lot of balancing.
Yeah. Specializations were supposed to be small bonuses, but in some dreams they became huge improvements. Wait, hold on. Considering that a specialization takes 8 times the skill of an active skill, or like 8 times the XP of an active skill to GM, I thought specializations weren't supposed to be a small bonus. They are supposed to be considerable. Because you can only specialize in 2 trees. Right?
Technically, that's the truth.
They were supposed to be big bonuses. But thanks to Shroud math, that's very inconsistent. Some are very small or non-existent. Some are much bigger. Like how the fire tree gets a ton of fire resistance debuffs, the death tree gets insane fizzle chance reduction on top of the resistance debuffs, etc. Adding special effects to weaker schools innates could work and already happens to the subterfuge school. But once again, I don't think the schools should get them. Fire, bard, air, death, taming for sure. Don't need this off the top of my head.
So according to Violet, then some innates are already getting this, is what he's saying. Am I understanding that right?
Yeah.
Now the question is, are they supposed to be getting this?
Probably, because if you read the descriptor for a specialization, let's go read the description for a specialization.
Any particular specialization?
It doesn't matter. I'm skipping the first line. It increases the power of all blank school while weakening your power and resistance to the opposing school. In addition to the attunement gain, the blank specialization will impact each spell slightly in some manner. Note, only 1 specialization skill may be trained and 1 additional skill maintained at any given time, or 2 may be set to maintain. Enabling training for a different specialization skill may set a specialization skill set to maintain to unlearn. Blah.
Blah, 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 blah.
Blah, blah.
Blah. Yes.
Blah.
Doesn't mention anything about all the innates.
It increases the power of all skills.
Life magic.
Yeah. The power of all
That's
water
right.
magic while weakening your power. It impacts each spell slightly in some manner. Yes. I really think that's like they should not be obtuse about what specialization actually does. Go ahead and write it out and inform everybody what it's actually doing and what it's doing to each skill. Because it's not like Shroud Math has ever been proven to be wrong before.
Never.
Never, ever, ever. Kind of like how people were like, man, why aren't my innate skills actually working properly? Oh, whoops. We Shroud Math that. But yes.
And
It
Tina
is
says, most of the things it does is on a per skill basis. So you have to look at the other skills in the tree to see how it affects it. Very interesting.
Yeah, but
I don't have any specializations at this point in time, so really couldn't comment on that.
I've got 77 life But like if you go to the skill, it doesn't tell you what does specialization do?
So you just read it.
No, but like how is that affecting healing burst?
That's a good question.
Like how is that affecting healing touch? I don't know.
Bonus.
It says it in the skill description.
Short range healing spell that gains life bonus based on the time since caster harmed any target. Life specialization will decrease the cast and lock time. Okay. So my execution time is 0.3 seconds.
So we'll
Is that
decrease
before
cast and lifetime.
So decrease the cast and lock time. Okay.
Life specialization on healing
Yeah.
burst will increase the range of the burst.
Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah. Hey,
Healing grace.
they did
life
update that.
specialization
Thanks.
reduces the focus cost and also reduces the cast time.
Yeah.
So there you go. Thanks, Mom.
Yeah.
Amazing what happens when you read.
Hey, man.
Yeah, well,
that wasn't there before.
Amazing what happens when
It's
we get
been
notes.
there a long
Amazing
ass
what
time.
happens when we get notes telling us this stuff's been updated. But you know,
That has been there a long ass time.
Hey, purifying burst. You know what the life specialization does for that? No clue. Because the area of effect. Nothing there.
Purified, nothing there. Banish undead, nothing there.
No, Banish had something.
Direct damage life specialization increases the minimum damage
it does,
inflicts.
yes.
Yeah. But purifying burst, nothing there. It's all good. They missed one. Yep. But yes, got to read the skills very, very closely. Yeah. Okay. Hey, you know Laz is a tamer, right?
Huh? I am?
Oh, shit! I made a mistake. I refreshed.
Oh?
Shroudoftheavatar.com cannot be reached.
I refreshed this page that we were just looking at. It refreshed a minute ago for me.
There,
Let's
you
refresh
just had
it again.
You have to refresh. Okay, so let's talk about some animal collars because they need more info.
Yeah, now this was an interesting one. I thought somebody might have come across one of my old relics out there, but apparently this is not the case.
My wife.
Well, yeah, we'll talk about this here in just a minute.
Found 5 animal collars somewhere in game. She gave them to me thinking they were taming collars. They are labeled as crafting components. I was asking about them in Universe Chat, and Nanpoo asked me to bug report it. Since I suppose they aren't supposed to be in game yet, well, maybe. But there used to be animal collars in game.
Yes, that he was given misinformation.
Yeah.
Bad misinformation by somebody who should know better.
Yeah. Alley-oop is like, that's from the old recipe for taming collars. You can't make animal collars anymore, but they didn't just remove the few floating around when they changed the recipe. You can use them to make taming collars, or you can keep them as rares. Yeah.
Now, I'm going to go look. Let's see. Animal collar. Was that still alchemy?
Yes. It is under the alchemy tree.
Yeah, but it was actually removed from the book. Okay.
Yeah. Can we talk about that logo for Unbeliever Dragon? Why? Just because he appears to be a superhero that can't fly very well. I believe that's the logo for that. The Believe It or Not, I'm walking on air. That guy? Yeah. Greatest American hero. Yeah.
Oh, is that what that is?
You don't remember that from the? I mean, I'm surprised you
I
weren't all up
do.
and over that.
It was one of the lamest TV shows on the air at the time, so not something I actually watched.
Hello, it was a cheesy superhero. I mean, he was
It was
very,
lame
very
as hell.
He was very fallible, but somehow he managed to solve all the crimes.
You know, we still had, you know, the Bionic Man and Wonder Woman, you know, and all that there. So
it
why
was
the
the
hell would I watch?
antithesis of that. I mean, a new superhero learning to use his powers, he's going to fuck up a lot versus the Bionic $6 million man at just running for everything. And it's like,
Wonder
greatest
Woman,
American hero.
her invisible plane, yeah.
Hey, man.
Besides, Linda Carter looked a whole lot better than he did, you know, in those tights. So.
Like, yeah, but still. Yeah. But
anyway, you're gonna jump on over to the book here. So as you will see, the funny show you.
The funny part is this should no longer the need more info is, hey, was it dropped? Or did you get it from another player? That's the need more info for this one.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Or did you buy the recipe off of Laz?
You still sell the recipe for it?
I do.
Can you still craft them?
You cannot.
But she had 5 actual collars though, so yeah.
Yeah, well, that was the giveaway. They were actual collars.
Okay, yeah.
And again, in the book, the taming collar with the animal collar, you know, you can take the animal collar, combine it with a silver ingot, and still make it into a taming collar. The new one uses a binding, a leather strap, and a silver ingot in order to do that. So they reduced the step of actually making the animal collar first and then combining it with the silver ingot to just making it into one. But before they removed the recipe out of the game, a certain somebody went out and bought a bunch of those. And those are now extremely rare animal collar recipes. And you'll notice I just happen to have a couple there. Which you will find on my vendors, and people will go, well, that's not right. Well, actually, you can use this as deco. So this is an extremely rare decoable item that you just saw me place on the lot there, that you too can have an extremely rare recipe posted on your lot that nobody else can get. So there it is. Let me see if I can put it there. I can put it on the seat right next to a Condas, which is interesting. Interesting surface there that we can put a poster on the front of the chair. We put it on the back of the chair. We can actually just post on the front of the chair, which is very interesting.
Dun, 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 dun. Gotta put it in the right location, man. Here, that's more centered. Well, if you put enough of them, then you're kitty proofing the chair.
I don't know. It sounds to me like you're just tempting the cat to go shred your recipes, personally. But
well, I mean, if it was like a clear plastic or something like that, but you're trying to protect the chair, man.
So if you're looking for that rare recipe that you just can't find in the game anymore, go look on my vendors, because I actually have a few of those floating around.
Oh,
yes, exactly. I mean, they were removed, but they weren't removed to the point where that the recipe was actually removed from the vendors. But if you had bought the recipes or you still had animal collars in game, they didn't remove those out of the game. They left those floating around the game to be whatever they are. And again, I know some people again who bought them and said, "Hey, I can't use this. I want my money back." And of course, you know, I tell them that I'll be happy to refund their money, but they're also a rare item they can use as deco. And then they go, "Oh, okay, well, that's even more interesting. I think I'll keep it." So Um, Again, I've got some of those floating around out there on my vendors if you're interested in some rare deco.
Now,
Or you can just reach out to me.
I would love to know why my box, my description is going
1-0
off the
joining us
page.
on the line. What's
Like
going off the page?
it's like the tooltip description is like bleeding off the game went out of the game window.
Oh, don't know.
So I just turned around and I shared a screenshot with you so that way you can see it's like window to window. It's like there's the edge of the game window and it's just going straight off of it. But if I, it's like why?
Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Why? I mean, if I move over to the right a little bit, it will actually be there. But yeah, tooltips.
There are plenty of windows that I would like to be able to drag right out of the game window and put on another monitor, but that's something that is another whole story in itself.
Like a chat window?
Like a chat window, like my character sheet, yeah.
Your
Like
inventory?
maybe my health
Yeah.
bar, yeah, like my
Wait,
inventory.
hold on. Can I move my health bar yet? No.
Nope,
I guess someone's still on vacation.
still on their honeymoon.
Yeah.
And Mink just showed up in chat.
Oh, welcome, Mink.
Was he the one that typed that in earlier?
Maybe?
Yeah, that was Silver Mink looking for the Discord. Yes, he actually banged Discord.
Hey, Bridget Royal joined us with a mute microphone.
Yeah, Bridget Royal's actually here listening.
And Thradia showed up. Hey, congratulations, Bridget Royal. They still haven't fixed your horse mount issue.
Yeah. And something I meant to say yesterday, got to send our condolences out to Thradia, because she lost one of her buddies.
Oh, condolences, Thradia. Did I miss that Facebook post?
Apparently you did.
Sorry.
She lost one of her ferrets because he was sick. They tried everything, but even the operations could not save him.
Yep.
Hey, get that dog away from my mailbox.
Hey, and I got news that 2 of my nieces now have the Rona.
Oh, fun.
Mm-hmm. So my brother's household, 4 out of the 5 people there now have the Rona. Yeah.
Well, they'll have natural immunity once they're done.
No, they won't.
Why won't they?
Do you want me to send you the link of a guy that just died that had Rona twice and was vaccinated?
Well, again, he might have died, but he still had natural immunity.
He died from the Rona, dude.
Yeah, and that 95% chance that he had some underlying issues. I'll bet, but that's another story. Anyway, we're not here to talk about
your
that
natural
stuff.
immunity issue right there is debunked then.
No, because, if you look at last year's charts, nobody died of cancer, nobody died of the flu, nobody died of heart attacks, nobody died of emphysema, nobody died of anything last year. Everybody died of corona, so yeah, anyway. That's a big-ass horse. Is that horse bigger than normal, or is it just me? Looks like that bug has gotten bigger.
Yep.
Big Dog Gaming says you can die from herpes. That's right.
Oh, yeah, that was a question mark.
Oh, I didn't see the question mark. You can die from herpes? I don't know. Good question. Anyway, moving right along. So animal collars are actually in the game. You can find them floating around someplace, and if they're dropping, well, then that's what needs to be investigated there. Moving right along. Let's see. We did lot listings. We did Enchants Masterwork.
We did everything.
No, we didn't.
We did all the ones that I had open. And there you
Oh,
go. The Journal of American Medicine, leading cause of death from 2015 to 2020.
You don't have salvageable items or decorations?
Or we already did that one. Or
No, we
closed
didn't.
it.
Because this is another long-standing.
44,000 people committed suicide last year. 52,000 died from kidney disease. 53,000 died from influenza and pneumonia. 101 from diabetes. 133 from Alzheimer's. Chronic lower respiratory diseases, 151. Stroke,
from
159.
2015 to 20. That's not 2020. I'm sorry.
Look at the last column.
Read the top.
Yes, number of deaths for leading causes of death 2015 to 2020. Then look at the chart and you'll see 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, and 2020. And then you will see the 2020 statistics.
And then, so
everything has numbers in it.
And how many people does that chart say died from COVID? And how many does the news tell us died from COVID? That 345,000 compared to the 6 million that the news is telling you died. So how many people actually died of COVID? Yeah, thank you. 345,000. Less than the number of people.
Deaths with confirmed or presumed COVID-19 coded to International Statistics Classification of Diseases and Related Health Problems. Hence the discrepancy.
Hence their numbers are not right.
Yeah.
Anyway. Salvageable items.
They are salvageable. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Another one for the user interface wizard. With all the additions of salvageable world loot, it would be nice to have an inventory filter page specific to items that can be salvaged. Ideally, we could filter it by station type, but a general one would be better than what we have now. Maybe if we're at a station and we filter by salvageable, it would could use that information and only show us the items salvageable by that station. That's a nice idea.
Absolutely. Absolutely great idea. Yeah. And could also filter out locked items so we wouldn't see them as salvageable. Doesn't it already do that? If the item's locked, you can't salvage it. I don't know. I haven't tried salvaging in such a long time.
If the item is locked, you're not supposed to be able to salvage it. But Laz will find a way.
Somebody brought you lunch?
Sweet. I like it when that happens right here. She's like, food. I'm out of here. It's a good reason to get out of here.
Oh, she didn't say that Chad brought her lunch. She said somebody, so it just makes me wonder.
All good, man. The food.
Hey, anybody bring me food, I'm a happy camper. I know you are. So, yeah, I'm sure she is right now as well. Absolutely. But yeah, salvageable items filter would be nice, especially while you're at the table, so you know exactly what's salvageable. Because I'm sure many of you have taken things that you thought like a pickaxe and brought them to a metal smelting table, only to find out that they weren't smeltable on the smelting table. You had to take them to the carpentry table because of the wooden handle that made them scrappable. Holy crap, that looks funky when that horse moves.
Yep.
That looks like a real. Just that just looks too funny. Do some more. Oh, come on! Now he just ran away. Yeah, made the horse disappear. That visual is just too funny. There it is. Looks like a spastic horse when he's moving around like that.
It's a very spastic horse. I like how it's mounted on top of the chair and the couch.
Running around.
Yep.
Running around. But yes, great idea. And then last but not least, something that people have been clamoring for a long time. Not only as deco items, but as actual gambling devices.
Some gambling. Gambling's bad for you, though.
Gambling's good.
I mean,
Old
you would act like you want a decoration deck of cards or playing cards.
I want an actual usable deck of cards. Forget about deco.
You know what? We also need dice.
Absolutely. Dice that you can actually roll on the table. We had those in UO.
It's like actual dice. All kinds of stuff.
Anyway, Waria says, I've noticed that there's chess and checkers as decoration items, but no playing cards or decks of cards. It would be nice to have these in game. Maybe a shuffled deck of cards.
Yes.
Time Lord agrees with that, as do I. Again, we should have not just deco, but we should have a usable deck of cards where you could sit down and play a game of cards, play a game of poker, play a game of 21. We should have slot machines, roulette tables.
We already have hookers in the game.
Yeah, well, those are played by Zeke.
Well, not just that, but like, shit. What's that dungeon called? The one that's all illusions.
Out in
blah, blah, blah. The one with the golden door.
Yeah.
Artifice. Yes, thank you,
Artifice.
Tina. Yeah. Like, yeah, got kids in cages too. All there, man. But you know what time it is?
I do. Time for us to start wrapping things up here and get the flock out of here on Taco Tuesday, because I got to go get my fajitas here shortly. Or my modified tacos, no matter how you want to look at it.
There's tacos, man. You can just use
They're just
fajita
tacos.
meat.
But yes, that's that time of the day. Make sure you're raffled up. I don't know. Can you all still raffle on my side, even though the stream went down? If not, those of you, somebody try it just to see. Somebody who isn't in there already. Although it looks like most of you guys and gals who are here are already there. So.
And the data for 2020 is provisional, based off of this. From that chart I sent you, it is A.
Yeah, which means not accurate.
Not completed.
But don't forget, you're tuned in to Lunch with Laz and Jack right here on NBNN.info, twitch.tv/Synesist, not on twitch.tv/NBNN News, because Twitch is just all messed up right now. My live stream is running just fine, recording fine, no loss of frames, no nothing. So the recording of today's stream is intact and will be out there by 3 o'clock on social media. So not to fret if you want to watch this
Hey,
version of it
Winfield's
later.
here.
And of course, Time Lord is going to be one of those guys. Where is Winfield? In the
He's in my
Discord, or is
chat.
he
Yeah,
on
he's
the?
in my chat. He entered the giveaway.
Oh,
Right there.
Winfield,
Okay.
fish.
Wait. Yes. Finish the sponsors.
Yes, of course, the Britannia Mining Company wants you as a member if you're interested in being one of the crazy like-minded miner types out there in the world. You can go to bmcguild.com/join, fill out an application, and Capheus, Forgius, or Lomir Edane will be in touch with you, or speak to either of those guys in game when you see them, and they'll get you all hooked up and taken care of. WRFB Radio Free Britannia, proud to be a sponsor of the autumn solstice, autumn equinox celebration. Going to have Nurse Justin out there, not this weekend, but next weekend, spinning the tunes for that out at the Adventure Club out in the Crossroads. So we'll keep you up to date on that. Of course, shroudmusic.com for ABC file needs. If you need ABC files to get yourself started or some information, check out shroudmusic.com. And of course, shroudmarketplace.com, the place to go buy or sell anything and everything Shrouded Avatar related, whether it be accounts, game gold, clothing, deco, housing, gold and kodos, you name it, including services. And of course, as Bridge Troll will tell you, if you want to marry your duck, come see me at Lazarus Long's Weddings and More, because I don't care if you want to marry your duck or anything else, we'll get you all hitched up. Of course, 200 plus independently owned and operated shops cannot be wrong. All sorts of stuff makes for a real marketplace where you can shop amongst the vendors to get the best price on the products you want to buy. So go check out shroudmarketplace.com today. And of course, we're going to go ahead and close it out. Whether or not you guys can see it or not on my side, I'm going to close out the giveaway. Gonna pick ourselves a winner.
And Irish Eyes was victorious on my side. She's getting herself a copy of Mordheim.
And Jigoku wins on this side.
Mordheim City of the Damned is $19.99 on Steam right now.
And Jigoku's got a copy of The Walking Dead Season 2.
Woohoo!
And that is currently $14.99 on Steam for Jigoku. Congratulations to you. And of course, we'll be back with more tomorrow right here on NBNN. Till then, I'm Laz.
I'm Jack.
And we are NBNN. Have a great day, everybody. And we'll see you all tomorrow.
Bye-bye.